Okay, question 17. So it says there are 9 counters in the bag. 7 of the counters are green, 2 of the counters are blue. Ria takes out at random 2 counters from the bag. Write out the probability that Ria takes 1 counter of each color. You must show you're working out. So this is probability tree. So let's start off with 7 over 9. So that's green. And then 2 over 9. And that's red. So if he takes out a green the first time, 6 over 8 left, which is green. So that's green 1, green 2. And then if he takes out a green, then it's going to be 2 over 8 for the red. And then if she takes out red the first time, 1 over 8. Oh, sorry, 1 over 8 for the red. And 7 over 8 for the green. So red 1 there, green 1, and red 2. Right, so it says work out the probability that Ria takes 1 counter of each color. You must show you're working out. So if she takes out a green and then a red, so that's 7 over 9 times 2 over 8, which gives us 14 over 72. And then here, if she takes out a red and then a green, that's 2 over 9 times by 7 over 8, which is 28 over 72. Sorry, that's 14, I should say, over 72. If we add those two together, we get 28 over 72. So we can simplify this. That would give us 14 over 36, which gives us 7 over 18. So the answer could be any one of them, but we'll go with the most simplified. Question 18. So ABCD is a rhombus. The coordinates of A are 5, 11. The equation of the diagonal DB is y equals half x plus 6. Find the equation of the diagonal AC. Right, so we know that the gradient here of dB equals a half, because it tells us. And then the gradient of AC is going to be minus 2, because it's going to be perpendicular. So if this is dB, here, then AC is going to be perpendicular. So remember, if you multiply 2 perpendicular gradients, you get the product of minus 1. So therefore, we're going to have y equals minus 2x plus c, which is gradient of line. Is the equation Okay, question 18. So it says that ABC is a rhombus. The coordinates of A, which is here, are 5, 11. The equation of the diagonal DB, so that's that there, is y equals half x plus 6. Find the diagonal of AC. Right, so essentially we want to find the equation of this line, which corresponds to the diagonal here, which is AC. So we're going to use this form, equation of the line. So how can we find m first and foremost? Well, we know that since we have this line here, dB, with gradient half, this line AC is going to be perpendicular to that. Okay, so if you remember, if we have m1 times m2, where these two lines are perpendicular to one another, you'll get minus 1. So therefore, m2 in this case will be minus 2 x plus c. So we know that the coordinate a, 5, 11, lies on the line AC, of course. So we can substitute that value in. So we say 11 equals minus 2, 5 plus c. So 11, because it's going to be minus 10, if you take it to the other side, it's going to be positive, equals c. Therefore, c equals 21. So we're going to have 11 equals minus 2x plus 21. Okay, question 19. So this is a bit of a long question, but let's work through it. So we have this parallelogram. It tells us that x is the midpoint of the line AC. So I'm just going to put x there. And it says that OCD is a straight line. So OC, and then I'm going to just put line D there. And it gives us XD equals this. And it wants us to find the value of K here. So the first thing that we need to do is appreciate that the vector AC equals minus A plus C. So minus A plus C. Then we have XC, which equals minus half A plus half C. So because remember, this is the midway point of AC, so you have half minus half A, and then plus half C. And we know that XD equals XC plus CD. So XC to CD. We know what XC is from here. So let's sub that in. So minus half A plus half C plus CD. We know what XD is because it tells us here. So 3C minus half A. So all we need to do is some rearranging. So we have the cancelling of minus A halves, and then we take that to the other side, so that becomes a negative. So we've got 3C minus C over 2 equals CD, which is 5C over 2 equals, should put that as a vector, CD. Now, OC, the vector, to CD, okay, we want it in the form, well, we're going to have 1 OC to 5, 2. So from the origin to C is going to be C, and then from C to D is going to be 5, 2, we just worked out. But we want it in the form of K, 1. So to get from 5, 2 to 1, we have to subtract 3 over 2. So same thing on this side. So we're going to have 2 over 5 to give us 1. Okay? And therefore, our answer is going to be 2 over 5. Okay, question 20. So it says solve algebraically the simultaneous equations. X squared plus y squared equals 25 and y minus 3x equals 15. Now I know this is going to be quite a lengthy process, so I'm not going to use the sheet itself. I'm going to write on a different program. So let's start off with x squared plus y squared equals 25. Then y minus 3x equals 13. So this is my 1, this is my 2. So if I want to solve it algebraically, well, I know that I'm going to want to substitute one into the other. I've got squares here, so I don't want to have to start rearranging to find x or make y the subject. So I'm going to come to 2 here. That's my go-to, which I'm going to substitute into the other. So if we rearrange this, make y the subject, we get 3x plus 13, because I've just simply moved that minus 3x to the other side. You can call this 3. So I'm going to substitute 3 into 1. So I get x squared plus 3x plus 13 squared equals 25. So now I just want to start to rewrite. So 3x plus 13 by opening up and expanding the brackets equals 25. So if I just use my arrows, so again just expanding, so expand, so I'll get 9x squared plus 39x plus 39x plus 169 equals 25. So now I can collect like terms. So 10x squared from these two plus 78x plus 169 minus 25 equals 0, because I've brought this to the other side, so it's a negative minus 25. So 10x squared plus 78x plus 144 equals 0. Right, so the next step is I use the product sum method. Okay, now I can see that these are all even, so I divide by 2 to go 5x plus 39x plus 72 equals 0. Product sum, so it means I need 2 numbers, okay, which gives me product of 5 times 72, which is 360, but 2 products sum of 39. So I go through all of the factors of 360, and there's going to be a few, but I know if you work through it that you're going to get 15 and 24, which abide by this criteria. So I put 5x squared, referring back to this here, 5x squared plus 15x plus 24x plus 72 equals 0. So now I start to factorize. So I can put the 5 outside, and then the x also, and then x plus 3. Then here I would have plus 24, and then I put x plus 3 equals 0. So I'm going to have x plus 3, and then I combine the others, so 5x plus 24, so just combine the coefficients of the 2 brackets to give us our final bracket. So x is going to be minus 3, or x will be minus 24. I'll write that out more neatly. Minus 24 over 5. Okay, so now I need to take these values of x and put them in to find my value of y. So let's use 2. Let me try a different color. So use 2 for x equals minus 3 and x equals minus 24 over 5. So let's say y equals 3. I'm going to put x equals minus 3 in plus 13. So this gives me minus 9 plus 13, which gives me 4. And then for this one here, y equals 3 minus 24 over 5 plus 13. So that equals minus 72 over 5 plus 13. So now if I'm going to convert 13 into a fraction, so 65 over 5. So I have minus 72 plus 65, which gives me minus 7 over 5. So therefore, this means when x equals minus 3, y equals 4, or when x equals minus 24 over 5, y equals minus 7 over 5.